Broodlords for
Here
that,
come
though.
the Banelings.
Oh
He needs to get those Marines. Nice targeting.
He doesn't get the Marines. The Marines will clean this up. Now MMA taking a very strong lead, killing off massive amounts of hive tech right now. This has been a very dangerous tech switch for DRG, and it did not pay off. Removing the high ground tanks was in fact important for him to continue to go for Ultralisk tech. And of course there are a lot of Vikings out now, which are terrible against Ultras, but I mean, he killed so much in resources as far as army goes.
Here he goes again, cornering the Marauders. That's exactly what he wants to do. And a bungle over here on the Marines and the Marauders.
Oh, but does he have enough units? The Zerglings all being eliminated or having to run at least. MMA taking a pretty sizable lead right now.
Inching back. Across the map, DRG taking another base. Perhaps I spoke too soon, as that is can't. We have MMA expand.
Perhaps go down there if he can. He's holding this watchtower just for now, and oh, this is brutal. The Vikings laying on the high ground, so smart, and DRG losing more and more of his army, more and more ground being given to his opponent.
He's not going to have that critical mass if he loses too many more units. MMA, even though we got beaten back here, DRG may have overextended himself.
Yes, I think you're right, Tasteless. And in fact,
drop here.
Spire may go down.
Spire.
And
he
barely
saves
saving
it.
it on
Beautiful.
the back of transfusions. Beautiful moves by DRG. The high ground continues. It's so good against infestor-based play. It's very cost inefficient for infestors to take out siege tanks on the high ground. So many pot shots being taken.
Nice job there with a bungle on top of the Vikings.
The +3 ground armor halfway done for DRG, but will we even see it finish this game? MMA is closing in on DRG.
But DRG is not doing a bad job of trying to catch up and at least stay in this. He's almost even supply here.
You know, the thing is, he's got to be careful. He can't attack. Oh, man. Those high ground drop siege tanks are just so beautiful. Too beautiful. Now, and look at that, even saves his tanks from the infested Terrans up there. We have, a lot of Corruptors, but how many Broodlords can he afford right now? DRG is up against the wall.
Yeah, he has been rocked. Basically, guys, he can't get one of the bases that are closest right now. There's nowhere that he can really expand easy, especially with the Terran around here.
No, all this is boiling down. All those Ultras and Guardians at the same time. If he had waited for more Corruptors, maybe this game would already be over. But as is, as we see there, the supply lead definitely far in the favor of MMA.
A drop now in the upper left. That's the only expansion that's still mining.
Oh man, is Baneling that's going to be taken out?
Everything's starting to fall apart at once. MMA might just be just too much ahead, and
we'll see in a second, man. The true last battle of this game is incoming. 163 supply to 199. The underdog tech, he's so good against everything else. That's a pretty hurtful drop, I have to say. And here we.
The Corruptors are out. There's a lot of Corruptors here for the Broodlords. He didn't see him save this expansion. Looks like he will.
And look at this. The Corruptors doing a great job. RG.
I have no idea, but the siege tanks are being taken out. He can't get a medevac over there to save them in time.
It is so important that he's removing these siege tanks. And look at that. On the ball. Completely on the ball here. Another big drop.
He needs to target down.
Battle in the middle is occurring. Doesn't guard his Lords perfectly there, but he's already removed a lot of siege tanks, which is so important.
Looks like DRG's going to save his expansion again.
A lot of Lords left, though. He may, in fact, want to make some more Broodlords and do another push. He's got to play very carefully, very methodically. He doesn't have a lot of money or supply left.
He did take out that one medevac. Looks like these links will take care of these Marines here.
Absolutely crazy right now.
Insane game in a C-sign, back and forth.
Interesting
I have
place
never
for
casted a series this good in my entire life.
Yep.
This is just amazing.
It's well said. right? More Brood Lords are morphing. He's trying to re-expand. Look at the calmness, the coolness of DRG right now. He knows that he needs more bases. He has to do it.
Yeah,
162 supply to 137. MMA still in that supply lead. It's so hard for him to get anything mining, whereas MMA is mining just so easily right now.
Corruptor's doing a lot of damage to these Vikings.
Great lead down there. Missile turret's starting to go up, realizing that he needs to deal additional damage to those
Oh,
Corruptors.
he just barely saved that hatchery.
Just ever so barely. A crucial save right there, but MMA is going to be back for that in a second. I guarantee it. And once again, we do have Z-Shanks on the cliff.
You got to be careful.
Right now, but the missile turrets in the middle really helping against those Corruptors. Still, he's got a lot of energy on those infestors. There's no ghosts out, and that's going to make it hard to deal with these infestors. A lot of actual Marauders out at this point.
I think he expected an ultra switch.
I think you're right. And look at this, big clear some of those expansions.
They're going to start running out of bases on this map.
Look at the supply. DRG takes the supply lead for the first time in forever. This is madness.
This is completely off the hook, guys. You do not see this. He's getting over this base down here.
God.
I don't know if MMA is looking. He saves in the last second. But MMA no longer with map presence. A sneak drop over here to take out some drones. Will DRG react quickly enough? He could go for the hatchery. No, he loads up and backs off.
He realizes Corruptors are probably on the way, and a smart call indeed, going up to this space, seeing if he can do some more damage up there. He's going to have to send those Corruptors, send some Lings in as well. He's got to deal with everything so perfectly. Look at this, dealing with it perfectly.
Very nice. Don't forget, there are injured hatcheries all over the map. They are just a few gunshots away from being destroyed, and that's another base that DRG can't afford to lose. The supply